Today we're going to be reviewing the Hasbro Marvel Legends Thor figure from the recently brought back Marvel Legends line. This is the same figure as the one that was released as a con exclusive, I believe it was San Diego Comic-Con, just with a different paint app. It was the first Marvel Legend figure to be re-released. And as far as accessories go, he only comes with one. And there's, of course, his hammer, which is actually really nice in the detail. They've got some weathered and cracked. They could use some shading on the handle. It's just very plain brown plastic, but the actual head of the hammer looks pretty awesome. So, as for the figure himself, so there's no Build-A-Figure piece with Thor. It's just the hammer. It looks like one figure from each of the waves is not going to have any Build-A-Figure piece, usually the most popular. So Thor, Spider-Man from Wave 2, so far I don't have it. So if you're not worried about that, he's definitely a good figure to get. So, as far as the articulation goes, he's got pretty standard Marvel articulation. His head is supposed to be on a ball joint, probably is, but his hair back here really prevents him from looking too far up. So, not a lot of vertical. Fine on the horizontal, just vertical, not so much. He's got your ball shoulders. He's got the bicep swivel. It's pretty tight, you can tell. He's got the hinge and swivel elbow, similar to the Marvel Select floor. He has the hinge and swivel wrist. He has the torso hinge and swivel, kind of ball joint, whatever it is. He does not have a waist joint. For the hips, he has ball hips, as you can see under there. And then he has the double knees, and that's a kind of a odd way to do that joint there, but I guess that's what they went with. So you may not like that, which is understandable. It does look a little odd. And then we have the hinge and swivel ankle. So, as far as the sculpting goes, it's a really good sculpt. It's very reminiscent of the Marvel Legends, or Marvel Select rather. In fact, they're extraordinarily similar, but I like it quite a bit. So the face looks very severe, and it's just, it's really good sculpt. It's like frown. You notice the paint's kind of missed there, and that's really, there's not too many examples of that. Nice sharp paint there. Of course, the scale mail is done with a nice heavy wash to kind of bring out the, wow, there's really, there we go. Bring out the individual links. Not a lot of differentiation. Sorry, my camera keeps focusing on the, making it very bright. There we go. Anyway, not a lot of definition or difference on the chest. You see there's some nice little cloth effects there. And again, change the camera. For some reason, it's just not wanting to do. So, the sculpt himself is pretty good, though. The cape it's pretty firm, but not horribly so. I mean, you can move around if you need it to. It's not as loose as the Select one was. Another cool little feature he has is a little belt here, which you can use to store them in there, except for when it falls. So, like so, which is nice. So yeah, he's also he's huge. He's a very big figure. Let me go ahead and bring out some other figures to kind of compare him with. We'll start with my usual stand-in of Iron Man. As you can see, he's good. Like, Iron Man barely comes up to his shoulders, so he's pretty tall. We'll bring in a 7-inch figure. We'll do the Predator. As you can see, it's not as tall as the NECA Predator figure, but he's really close. So he's probably good 7 inches tall, maybe a little bit more than that. As for how he compares to the Marvel Select, they're very similar figures. Kind of put it side by side for you here. The Marvel Select has a lot more detail on the shirt. They have a lot of the same joints. The Marvel Select only has swivel wrists and hinged ankles, and it has a straight torso swivel. The cape is looser. It does have a lot more up and down motion on the head. But other than that, they're very similar figures. Obviously, the Marvel Legends figure is a little more articulated, but if you already have one, it's up to you. If you think it's worth grabbing the other one, by all means do so. But yeah, they're very similar, so in size and in sculpt. Now, as for price and where to get them, he's going to run you about $14.99 to $17.99, depending on where you get him. I got mine at Meijer. Toys R Us is selling theirs for $17.99. I would advise not buying it for that price. Wait a couple weeks, and eventually it should start hitting some of the other retailers. Walmart, Toys R Us should both have these. And they should definitely be cheaper. Toys R Us might be $15.99, but it might also be $14.99. I'm not really sure on the price yet. They tend to go just a little higher than Walmart does. So, if you absolutely desperately want them, you can probably find them at Toys R Us right now. If you don't mind waiting a little bit, you can save some money. I know it's $3, not that big of a difference, but it's really irritating when Toys R Us keeps marking up the prices of figures that are in high demand. So, there you go. This is the Marvel Legends Thor figure. I hope you enjoyed.